Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, podcast? We back.
Shout out to Luther.
Right. Hey, look at my daughter. She can run it. Hey, come on. Hey, welcome back to the T.A.P. It's us. We're back at it again. Today's topic: Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Undefeated Jake Paul.
Undefeated Jake Paul.
No, he's defeated.
He's defeated?
He got beat by Tyson Fury's brother. The actual boxer.
They came down to a decision, didn't
I believe it did, yeah.
So Mike Tyson and Jake Paul with an L on his record, not undefeated. Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. Welcome back to the T.A.P. Coach D, Real Estate Steve, my man. Chill Will. I'm gonna throw it out there. Seeing Mike Tyson and hearing him get back at it, were you all a fan of that? Did you? I mean, were you excited? Did it like?
Yeah, the first couple times I was, man, because everybody want to see Mike.
Yeah.
You know what? I did see an article. I couldn't find it, but I seen where Mike Tyson said that he has much respect for the Paul brothers, but him doing this was, of course, we know it's financial, but it was to bring respect back to boxing. It was to show Jake Paul that like you're really disrespecting this field. Because I think, to me, it takes away from all the people who's working at it. Like the cats in Cincinnati who's in there in these boxing gyms going hard, building their careers, taking the fights on. Now, I don't want to take away from Jake Paul either, because I feel like he did bring some level of excitement to boxing. Because I feel like UFC has been dominating. So to see him fight some people. Now, mind you, he was fighting UFC fighters, but in a boxing match, it was still exciting and fun to see. It was actually garnering more views than actual legitimate fighters. So does this say more about boxing? I mean, should we be mad at this fight that's coming on? Because it may be number one in history, because it's going to be aired on Netflix. There's just FYI if you guys didn't know.
Netflix?
It's going to be Netflix pin the check.
So I ain't got to use my fire stick.
So
We don't talk about that.
yeah.
That's the unknown. That's the
I
unknown.
got it.
Yeah. Andrew did not set it up.
Yeah, per Drew, Coach D. 1, 2, 3. Not it. All right. Well, no, for real. So even in that, I think that is major because obviously it's going to generate a lot of revenue for both fighters that are participating in this. So, I'm always good to see a guy get a good bag. Secondly, I like the point that Drew made about the UFC and boxing, and then Mike Tyson really standing on, man, don't disrespect the craft. Because as a boxer, there is a certain talent. As a boxer, there's a certain skill set that you have to have in order to really get in this ring and really do this. Now, I can argue the same thing for UFC fighters because there's a lot of tactical and groundwork and just different moves you have to know to be a UFC fighter. But I don't feel like merging the two worlds together. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, like Floyd Mayweather kind of proved to Conor McGregor, hey man, go on, man. This jab is going to eat you alive. So there's nothing you can do with this jab. I'm faster than you, and I'm way more skilled than you are. So without being able to grapple or, take a guy down, you got to throw him. You can't do nothing else. Boxer has an edge 24/7 on that.
But no one asked for this fight. No one was sitting there thinking like, man, I would love for Mike Tyson to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I can't think of one instance where I thought that, like, man, I would love to see. And the only thing I wanted to see was Jake Paul fight an actual boxer. He did, and he lost.
So what's Jake Paul's brother name? Because they both
Logan Paul.
Logan.
Don't they both box?
No.
Yeah. I mean, Logan Paul participated in some box.
Who beat Nate Robinson? Who did that? My brother.
That was Jake Paul.
Jake. Okay, so if Tyson said this is going to bring respect back to boxing, only way that can happen is if he humbles Jake Paul. Because we all know. There's no way Jake Paul, even right now, can beat Tyson, bro. Come on, like Tyson, this is a crash grab, man.
Have y'all seen his IG?
Who's?
Have y'all seen Tyson's IG videos where he's just sparring and training?
Yes.
And
Still
you're the
got it.
guys that's taking the hits, like, almost like, whoa, all right, hold on.
Yes.
Take some off a little bit.
Even Roy Jones said.
Yeah.
Even Roy Jones said his hits was hurting, and that was just an exhibition.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And they held back too.
yeah, there's no way Jake Paul can beat Mike Tyson even at this age. So the only way he can bring respect is to humble him and beat the brakes off Jake Paul.
Knock him out.
But that's not what's going to happen. We already know it's already a script.
Jake ain't.
I think it's
Hold on,
because
hold
Jake Paul,
on.
He can't beat Tyson, man. Come on.
So when you say a script, you think it's like you think Tyson gonna take an L?
Yes, bro.
I
Yes.
think that Jake gets to wear a headgear.
Maybe.
No. Tyson already made clear that's not the case. Those are not the stipulations. It's going to be an exhibition where they like the full contact, no special gear, no special gloves, normal fight. But I think that I'm on two sides of it. For one, I think that it takes away from. I hate to see that he was able to bypass so many fighters who grinded hard. And he can't hang with any of them fighters. And he's fighting people well past their prime. And then he also fought people who weren't even boxers, because boxing and UFC is two different things.
Right.
So I think his accolades can be challenged. It doesn't take away that I think that he could be a very possible okay amateur boxer. But to be on the level of fighting Mike Tyson, I mean, it's his namesake that got him there. So I say from a business perspective, you can only congratulate the Paul brothers. I mean, because he don't technically deserve it, but the way he positioned himself to,
Shouldn't have been in the ring with Floyd.
that's what I'm saying. But can we take away from that?
It's the route he chose. Was just
Yeah, but I mean,
crazy,
it's a check. I mean,
give credit. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and they're from Ohio, the Paul brothers.
They are.
They are from Ohio.
Used to be on Nickelodeon, didn't they?
No,
Jake was on this. They were on YouTube, but Jake did go on YouTube. I mean, on Disney.
Okay.
So-
they're known for YouTube.
Right, but how much of it is really for the monetary value?
All of it.
All of it.
So I feel like even in the points we made, the bottom line is people are about to go crazy just seeing this, and because Jake and Logan have such a big fan base,
Yeah.
and then you have people like Iron Mike, like you have old heads.
No. Iron Mike Tyson has. I will say this: Jake Paul does have a fan base, but when Jake Paul was fighting other people, it was not garnering the type of attention and tickets that people normally that could cover the cost.
Mhm.
Mike Tyson will cover that cost.
He had real
People will
fans.
log in to see
Yeah.
him fight. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Iron Mike, like that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Old heads, even new schools that have done their research and really into the boxing world are going to log in and drive numbers out the roof for this.
And I think is Mike Tyson has been, I don't know, like re-imaging himself, like taking these fights. The young Mike would have never did no stuff like this, man. Young Mike was
He didn't have to.
No,
Yeah, he didn't.
Right.
He would never would have respected anyone coming from YouTube or whatever challenging him. Like, nah. Now Mike is just more a businessman. I think
Yes.
with his podcast, he's more older. He sees the bigger picture about bringing young people. Like he said, I think it's a double-edged sword. Respectable. Like I said, we all know Jake can't beat Mike, man. Are y'all kidding me? Have you seen, like you said, Mike on IG?
Yeah.
But he still got it, man. He can get some of these boxers right now.
But he's finding his niche.
50 something.
No, he was older than that.
50 something, 57.
But the smart thing is, like you're saying, Mike is just finding his niche in this new world.
Yep.
Because before, you say Iron Mike, back in the day, cats feared that name. People, man, I've heard so many boxers and watched so many boxing documentaries where people will be like, man, I don't ever want to get hit by him again.
Yeah, bro.
Like he said, his blows are damaging.
There's someone who didn't want to get back in the
In the
ring
ring,
after the
yes.
corner said it was
Yes,
like,
man,
done.
no,
I
not
was
yet.
like, nah, but
Yeah.
buddy crazy. Yeah, for sure, man. I think it's going to be interesting, and it's going to bring in that bag, man, for sure. But he had his start fighting Nate Robinson. So what does that tell
But
you?
this is the thing too with that. I was kind of weary on Jake and what he was doing because I didn't want him to be out here just exposing, like Drew said, athletes out of their prime, mostly black men, just exposing them. Like Nate Robinson out of his prime for basketball, knocked him out. Tyron Woodley out of his prime for UFC, knocked him out. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want him to start going that route and start kind of tarnishing the records that these guys had because Tyron Woodley was a beast in the UFC.
But does that say more about the people he's versus him?
They need a bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. Like, they need the money.
But I don't want him to exploit them because he has the bag to give.
He's
Right.
giving him a bag.
He's giving them a bag, but I'm saying at the same time, you tarnishing what these guys have done. Like now Nate Robinson, when you think of him, he don't really know.
Yeah,
him.
the guy that got knocked out.
Yeah.
He don't even mean that he sleep. No, Nate Robinson, who has been knocked out twice or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't want these guys to be tarnishing their lineage, especially Floyd and he fought. Like that was dangerous. But if Logan would have knocked him out, that whole clean 56, what is it, something else?
51 of those.
Yeah, something like that. Now you're gonna be known being knocked out by YouTube.
Man, you know what?
When Roy Jones got back, I mean, come on.
I'm honestly, and that's the power of the dollar, man. That's the power of the dollar, and I think from a business standpoint that I enjoy the Paul brothers. I do. I'm subscribed to Logan Paul's podcast. I think they have a great chemistry, and I think we're getting there. And they're good about making money. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's about business. And if, like with UFC, I think it's more exciting, but a lot of the people within UFC, when they come out, they're not as wealthy. You have a few like Conor McGregor, just a few that are really well off, but you have a lot that come out that don't get paid good. And guess what? Somebody come and say, hey, come in the sport that you never did, and you can make more in 1 or 2 fights than you made your whole career. Man, I'll come in there and take an L and seal the deal for my the legacy for my family.
Yeah.
I bet you any amount of money, all those people who got beat by Jake Paul was having dinner with them later on that night, probably sitting there laughing.
Looking at that
That
couch.
was just like Pat McAfee going to ESPN. Stand alone. Pat McAfee was fine. But it was like, wait a minute, I can come over here and use this name
Yeah.
and still probably on the side do whatever else I got going on. But I come over here and use this big name and eat.
Yeah.
Man, like that was genius to me. Because they went and found him. Similar to what the Paul brothers are doing. I'm gonna go and get you, and we both got to eat.
And also, Jake Paul, I will appreciate this. He did challenge the pay within the UFC because he was basically challenging Dana White on how much the athletes within the system was getting paid. And because, I mean, if you really think about it, the only reason why he was able to pull these people is because they were lacking money. They were lacking resources. So he was able to, I think the only one, like Nate Robinson, of course, an NBA player, I think that was more of an ego thing, like, you know, pissed off at each other. But as far as the athletes who came from UFC to boxing, it was all about money. I think with Mike Tyson, I know it's all about money, but he also made clear, and I read it, I just couldn't find it. Like I seen it and I wish I would have screenshot it, but he said, I have love for the Paul brothers. You know, he done work with them, interview with them. I mean, like, so it's nothing, but once you get me in this ring, this is something different. I want to bring respect back to boxing.
I want to see if he's actually going to do that because he didn't go all out with Roy Jones. We knew what it was.
I think it was a mutual respect.
It was because of Roy, but with the Paul, I want to see him thrash Paul, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
please. And he can easily do it. The power is still there in Tyson, man.
So if he gets the dub, because he's Iron Mike, will the masses receive that dub and say, you know, hey, you taught him a lesson? Or will it be like an asterisk win? Man, you Mike Tyson. You were supposed to do that.
No, I feel like it's a win-win for Jake.
It's a win-win.
I think it's a win-win.
The fact that he's in
Win-win for Jake. What you mean?
If he loses or he can say,
If he takes
I lost to Mike Tyson. Only
I
person who
lost to
beat me
Mike
is Tyson.
Tyson. If you ain't Tyson, you can't beat me.
You can't.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna make him
It's more marketable.
Marketing.
More marketable.
Yeah.
He's more marketable.
Now, if he went in there and got knocked out by Nate Robinson, Like that's not.
They just like I'm waving you off.
Yeah, he would not have any more of these fights.
That's a good.
I ain't trying to be funny. If anybody, I want to see him fight Andrew Tate. Where is going? Jake Paul. Yeah.
I
would love to see that. I fuck with Andrew Tate.
Boxing champion, right?
Yeah. And you know, yeah, they were, but that's when Andrew Tate had his legal issues. But I think once Andrew Tate get his, who'd you say?
He didn't know who Andrew Tate was.
Oh, Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I apologize, podcaster. We gonna get him up to speed, but viral last moment. But I think that if they were fighting, man, I would pay to see that. I would pay because I think there's some visceral hatred between ideologies and stuff like that. So I would love to see that. But I think this is a money grab, a cash grab. I respect it because I know this could possibly seal Tyson's financial legacy. Yeah, that's him. Financial legacy
again.
But I'm saying
it didn't end well.
It didn't end well. Yeah,
I thought he was straight now. No,
he's straight now because he's in a weed business. He has a few things going on.
Podcast.
Yeah, right. Just imagine if you could go in one fight and make $30-50 million and seal the deal for your family.
That's when he lost.
Right.
He lost like 30
million. Man. So I mean, he lost more than that. I think he was like 300 million. I think. Yeah.
It was a big number.
He just now got back when the movie came out, Hangover. That's when he started entering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, no disrespect to the Paul brothers. You know, I mean, shit. I would love if they ever came on our show and talk, man. I just feel like that.
10 mil?
Hold up. What are you looking at?
Part 3.
Oh, American Boxer, who has network?
Sorry, guys. What'd you read?
Hold up, we were looking at net worth. Yeah, so what
Mike
you just said, it was 300 million.
Yeah, 300 mil to like to 10 million. Just imagine getting. Yeah, man. Now I just pray that there's not conditions involved with this particular amount of money. Like he has to go in there and take an L, or it comes down to draw. I do not want that.
You know what it is, dog.
Mike Tyson, bro, I ain't never watching that shit.
Right.
I think it'll do more damage to boxing than anything.
Yeah,
it'll show.
Yeah, I don't think have respect.
Yeah, I think
Iron Mike.
And you knock him out.
And you knock Iron Mike out.
And see, my thing is, if Roy Jones couldn't do it, what make you think Jake Paul? And if the young people can't see that, like, but they don't know who Roy Jones is.
Yeah, there you go.
He was a dog, heavyweight. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he was going with Tyson. So it's like Jake Paul has no chance to me. Look at just who he faced. Nate Robinson, bro. And this, like, come on, man. This is Iron Mike, dog. I'll take Mike over Ali.
I'm sorry?
What?
I would take Mike Tyson over Ali.
Nah, I don't know.
Who would you take?
Come on, Primes. They both
Prime. I'm taking Ali all day long.
Ali. I'll take Ali.
His reach is way longer.
Did not Tyson beat people alone?
Hold on.
Sleep them?
Hold on. But what I'm going to say is...
Yeah. But it's Tyson.
But what I'm going to say is this. Mike would have a very, very, very tough time knocking Ali out. Ali is just no, and he can take it.
Also too, when people don't realize this, when Tyson was in his prime, they were controlling his fights on who he fought.
But I'm talking
about his opponents. They were controlling that, because if you think about it, once he started really facing some really tough opponents, Holyfield, Lennox.
That's not prime.
I'm just saying, but I think if he fought them in their prime, it probably wouldn't have been much different.
No, it's called prime for a reason.
Yeah,
no.
Mike Tyson in his prime.
Wait a minute, they were okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Foreman, right? Boombayeh. That's
no.
Frazier. The Philip Manila is
that's Foreman in Africa.
Yeah,
but they didn't think that he was going to beat Foreman because he was so big.
Because Foreman was
almost a big
monster.
That was Foreman's prime.
Yeah,
but that ain't Tyson though, dog.
Nah,
that ain't Tyson.
Tyson's level of aggression. Foreman. I'm gonna say like this. No, I'm gonna say like this. Back then, those heavy hitters back then, they fought with so much finesse and power. Mm-hmm. Iron Mike was brute dog. It wasn't nothing. Mike didn't do nothing soft. His jab wasn't soft.
Yeah.
His hook wasn't soft.
But I'm saying,
It was hard for Mike to hit moving targets, though. A lot of those people he fought kind of like
they was all.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Lennox. Wait,
hold
up. You know, bro, hold up. Lennox, hold up. Lennox. Wait a minute. Lennox Lewis was training with Mike Tyson, and this is verifiable. Lennox Lewis was training with him back when they were coming up, and the stuff that the way in which Mike Tyson did all his fights when he was doing that with Lennox Lewis. Was it Costo? His trainer was telling him like, "Hey, don't do that. He's going to expose you." And they were showing that in the training. So he never fought him until after his prime. I think even Lennox was kind of after his prime, and Lennox really embarrassed Mike Tyson. He really beat the shit out of Mike Tyson.
Riddick Bowe, I think Riddick Bowe was one of Mike's L's, wasn't it? Riddick Bowe was one of the guys that beat Mike Tyson.
But I mean, in prime Mike HBO, Mike wasn't taking no L's,
that was in Mike's prime.
HBO prime Mike?
I think Riddick Bowe and Mike, because Riddick Bowe was in his prime.
See, I didn't see too many of Ali's fights. I'll say that. But I seen so many of Mike fights when dudes just did not want to come out that corner.
That's the thing. That's because Mike was just a brute.
And these are heavyweights, bro.
Ali and them did it with finesse and power. So Ali was just a different monster. Ali is the Jordan of boxing. Period. And I don't care who don't nobody has to agree with me with that. Mike got a certain finesse when he go to the up and under. Yeah, can't nobody put that thing on it like Mike do.
And Ali's defense.
And Ali just he put that thing on it the way he did.
All them uppercuts.
But you know what? Tyson had something up here.
Mayweather, that shoulder sling.
You wasn't gonna hit him.
You think Mayweather getting the shit beat out of him? Mayweather got that. He put that thing on it. So what I'm saying is, those guys just have a certain it factor that other good boxers don't have.
Right. But Tyson up here, dog, dude was off the hinges. His interviews, I kill your children, I rape you, I do this, I do that. Bro.
He played the villain.
Smart.
Yeah.
He was smart.
That was really how he was. Nah, that was him. That was him, bro.
I get it.
Like the head, dog.
But he played the villain and he came in and delivered.
Got the ring.
So y'all taking Ali. All y'all taking Ali.
Ali was what, 6'3"? No, 6'1".
Mike done put down people taller than that before. Bigger than him.
Ali like 6'4", 6'5".
I'm gonna go with Ali.
You going Ali?
I think Ali in his prime. And I hate to say this, I think Ali even gracefully
6'3", yeah.
He gracefully
Mike like 5'8".
No, he 5'11". Mike Tyson 5'11". He 5'11". Yeah.
Who did Ali take an L by? Frazier. Tyson wouldn't have took no L by Frazier.
Shit.
Tyson took no L by Frazier.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Tyson wouldn't have took an L by Frazier.
Their fights was way longer. One, Mike Tyson don't do long fights.
By choice.
So if you take
opponents can't do long fights.
But the point is, that's what I'm saying.
You think Frazier?
Yeah. If you got a guy that's taking Ali the distance, what the hell you think he gonna do to Mike? Mike was one-dimensional, brute. Ali was brains.
Mike couldn't knock you out. He was done.
That's it.
But it worked.
Right.
But watch well, when he started losing though,
when it goes the distance.
well, Ali lost on his strategy too.
What strategy?
The flip to Frazier. His pretty and doing all he lost. It didn't work.
Hold on. He came back beat his ass.
Well, yeah. Okay, but
his strategy worked for him.
Yeah.
Let him beat on him.
Yeah. You ever think about this? That ain't it sad that we could put these greats together, but Jake Paul is in the conversation? I mean, just think about that. Ain't that disrespectful?
It is.
It's disrespectful because it's like, even though no matter what, I mean, we can all debate all day on who will win and all that, and we can't dig into it gracefully, but it's just sad that we live in a reality that a YouTuber is brought up in the conversation with these greats. Exactly. I pray and hope that man he beat his ass, man. Like first round, and it's just like, dude, stop boxing. Like, stop boxing. That's it. Take your check. Be done. No more.
Move on to the next thing.
It's very disrespectful in the fact that cats like Jake Paul or whoever can just jump in the same arena in conversation.
I like Jake Paul.
Money.
But I'm just saying,
from a business standpoint.
Exactly. Like it automatically puts you That'd be like Jake Paul joined the fucking Celtics and got a ring.
Yeah.
Barkley, you don't got a ring, Barkley. I do.
Right.
It's like you didn't do nothing. Yeah.
I think money does that a lot in all kind of industries, just like Sexy Red jumped across a whole bunch of talented artists, but she bringing in that revenue so she can do that.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. So can you be mad at Jake? I mean, I hate it. I do. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just crazy that he's in the conversation. Like I don't hate him, and I mean he's from Ohio. I love the brothers. I do, bro.
I like Tom Dearden, and I know his parents live in Kettering. Yeah. I just like the Tom Dearden show because it was a good show. Him and Big Black. It was cool.
I'm just saying, but can you hate on the hustle? I mean, just think, man, to be in the ring with such a great iconic figure. No matter if he like Will said, no matter if he win or lose, Jake Paul wins.
Paul wins.
Yeah.
But I also see it, in terms of just the day and times we live in.
That's true.
Because back in the day, just really think about the bullshit you heard about Mike Tyson, street fights and stuff. The motherfucker had a cell phone capturing him, knocking old boy's eye out.
Yeah. Oh, what's the name? Yeah.
The gangster. Yeah.
He fought him. Maybe talked about that.
No. Steve Harvey.
He was talking.
Steve Harvey. That was Steve Harvey's punchline joke before he ended his set. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you like this and you see Mike across the street beating the shit out of somebody.
That reminds me. So let's flip it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Kimbo going to the UFC just off his street fight?
I wasn't mad at that because street fighting, there's no rules with street fighting. You're going to grapple, you're going to pick up, you're going to wrestle, grapple, box.
Because people were mad at him saying he didn't, because a lot of people wanted a shot at the UFC.
But he didn't enter the top UFC. He entered UFC to fight UFC, but he wasn't fight the top.
Yeah. I would say that too. He wasn't, I don't think it's comparable as they're saying because he was not fighting the top contenders or he wasn't fighting the greatest who may have retired. He was basically fighting. I think he probably bypassed the amateur set.
Yeah.
So he was fighting cats that but still he got exposed. He got exposed.
His fight,
but he was fighting his equal.
But he was fighting just out here whooping ass. He lost.
Yeah, I'm saying he got exposed real quick.
Yeah, because he didn't have the technique that they had, that they've been training on probably.
The Durant.
And rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. Rest in peace.
I think that's what makes Jake Paul so smart is because he knows if he entered UFC, this shit would be. Jake Paul would have got this deal. Because he challenged who? Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Let me go to the UFC, man, and then he backed off that real quick.
Yeah, because Conor McGregor not gonna play with him.
But you gonna get him with Tyson though? I'd rather get McGregor than Tyson.
But no.
I'd rather go with Tyson.
No.
What?
I would too.
And a young, kind of healthy McGregor in the
guys.
So who you gonna take a punch from right now? Tyson or McGregor? McGregor hit me, please.
No, I'm saying everything that you can do.
But it's not, there you go. That's all.
There you go.
Well, one punch, you can brain damage.
Hey, you can lead with a knee.
I can knee you.
All of that.
I can blow you with a top. Like, I can do all kind of.
I remember watching a fight where the guy, as soon as the guy did this, he ran out and kneed him and buddy like that. Yes,
right.
I was immediately three watching that.
These I know.
Yeah, with
if these are yours,
yes,
I'm a lose, but I'd rather.
But Tyson needs like a 38.
I get it. I get it. But at the same time, imagine Tyson being able to snap my leg or something, do me or do it.
It's all bad. It's all bad, dog.
That's why you do more damage.
No, you can do more damage.
You do more damage to the body.
UFC.
You swing Steve Boom, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though it might not have done, that.
I mean, I would say this. That's why Jake Paul, like you said, backed out of fighting or keep talking shit to what's his name. Because he know like you can't hide behind them fake rules and those things. You're gonna go in there and get exposed real quick.
Gonna expose you, tap you out.
Real quick. And
talk shit to you when you get done.
And I would say this, not to belabor it. We're reaching a 30-minute mark, and I'm a little tipsy. It was like second shot. Goddamn. Yeah, I know. But I would say this, man. I have respect for the Paul brothers. I do. I enjoy their content. I do, man. I do. I enjoy their content. I feel like a lot of the way in which I model my content is after them. So I do enjoy their content. I think they're great commentary. I think they have a great way of marketing. I don't know who's in their corner talking to them. I think business-wise, they're setting themselves up for generations. So for that, I do appreciate it. I do hate that we're having a conversation with a YouTuber in the same conversation with such an iconic fighter. And I know he's doing it for the money, but I hope he sticks to his word and exposes Jake Paul and knocks him out within the first 1 to 2 rounds and don't play around.
But wouldn't that play more to the money?
It's all about the money. I'm not disagreeing.
So really, to be honest, it's really irrelevant that it's Mike Tyson. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, it's not irrelevant.
I'm gonna tell you why it's irrelevant. Because we all know Mike. That's like fucking Michael Jordan coming out of fucking retirement right now. We gonna be like this. Okay, that's Mike. Oh shit, Mike dropped 15. Okay, that was a decent game, but old Mike would've. Same thing. This is all a money ploy. Period. Like, so it's just Mike Tyson is just with the times enough to know. And this is something that he does. I spar all the time. I train all the time. I still throw these. So you telling me I can get 15, 20, 30 mil on this? That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a money play. That's why everybody gets so bent out of shape. Monique, you so bent out of shape because you don't get the same bag that Amy Schumer gets. You're not funny as Amy Schumer. So Amy Schumer's bag is this big because she's the money play right now.
She's bringing in more money.
Yeah, she's the money play. And if I'm an executive at Netflix, you're the money play. My ratings just went sky high. Jake Paul and Tyson, those two names together. Logan's Logan or Jake?
Jake and Mike.
Yeah, Jake and Mike. You know how many? Just look at the follow.
Yeah.
Old heads, us. You think about the Paul brothers, the young white America, young black America. That's just gonna follow this.
Yeah.
That money play is about to go here.
They about to get paid.
You can't.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with being Mike Tyson.
But Tyson said he was gonna bring respect back.
I'm supposed to talk shit, but I'm supposed to talk shit because I'm amping it up, right?
Yeah,
I'm
he's selling
supposed
the
to
fight.
talk
He's
shit.
supposed to sell.
I'm supposed to.
But maybe he'll just snap in the ring.
Good to me. Yeah. Now, if he's slapping the big shit out the boy and he was in the hospital,
hold back against Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was holding back. That's what I meant. Like I hope.
He now can unleash on Jake.
Yeah.
I think they can let go.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna let him go in the ring against Jake.
Yeah.
That's what everybody paying.
But to be honest, I don't even know.
It's on Netflix, so long as
They should.
I'll be honest.
It's not in the best interest of
Yeah,
Jake.
thank you. I don't think they're gonna let Tyson. Man, when you see Tyson on IG punching the heavy bag and dude that wears like the heavy bag thing and the mitts,
Yeah.
that dude like okay, whoa.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine him, Jake? You're not built to take a hit like this.
And Tyson is still moving. You know how he moves.
But you see how he moving when he did. Good.
Still there.
Man,
Still there.
like Tyson here is like my mind, my body's better, my mind's better.
Yeah.
I'm not doing none of that extracurricular.
He did say that. He did say he stopped it just for this fight. He's taking it seriously.
Yes. Just so you know, you think you can do this? No, I'm gonna show you.
Well, I'll say this: it's better that he fight this version of Mike than 20 years ago.
Yes. 20 years ago, you're leaving in a body bag. You're leaving in a body bag 20 years ago.
I think just I would have been afraid if I was Jake Paul in the interviews with Mike Tyson, been sitting there, where he don't have gloves on. And, yeah, like all this shit. I would have been afraid. I would have been afraid of Mike Tyson.
She gets nuts right now.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
And hey, we got a lot of people watching, enjoying the content. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We'll definitely.
Up for our viewers, y'all.
It's been growing. It's been growing. Like, hey, and I've been noticing a lot of you guys are not subscribed yet. Just hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when we make the content. I know you guys are watching, but hit the subscribe button. It lets us know that you guys are supporting us instead of just watching us. What else I got to say? Something we wanted to add. We're dating. Miamisburg, but we're locally to date. So I wanted to give like a shout out to like a local dating business, and we're supposed to have guest Darius Bobo on, who owns the arena. He wasn't able to show up, but we're going to make content with him soon. But still, we want to give a shout out to his business. This is a great local establishment. Man, Derek, you guys go more often than I do. Go ahead, kid.
Shout out to my guy, Bo. I'm actually FaceTiming him now, man. He was not able to make it today. He actually had a prior business engagement that went over, but we had a lot of great content lined up, and we had a lot of great conversation lined up just to share, man, just to network, and then also give away some free gems on being an entrepreneur. So shout out to Arena. Shout out to my guy, Ty Bobo, man. That's my dude. Hopefully I can get him on the line. But shout out to Bo, man. Really good dude and great business.
For sure, y'all. Hey, like and subscribe. Follow us to T.A.P. We appreciate the audience. Feel free to call in too on any subject we talk about. The lines is always open.
Man, I need to share that link more. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we got to share our link. But again, thank you to the subscribers that are just taking time out of your day to spend an hour, 30 minutes with us and listen to us, go back and forth with each other, respectfully, having fun, and all in good spirit and love.
I do want to say this, man. We talked about this offline, but we want to make sure that we don't align with channels. We don't. If we came across as female bashing, we apologize. We're going to be more cognizant of the content we produce. We want to hold men equally accountable as we do women when we talk about relationships. So don't feel like if you're a woman and you watch our content, you say, "Oh, they're bashing women." That's not the case at all. So we apologize. We love our sisters. Hell, I'm married to a black woman. He married to a black woman. They love black women. So we love women. So we apologize if it come across that way. When we do say something, is to edify them. Think of it as a Kevin Samuels when he would bring out information. You know, we don't even come that disrespectful. We come in a more respectful manner, but it's to edify, to make our community stronger. So if you find offense to content we made before, please just relax your emotions, continue to watch us, and join in. We want to hear your thought process. If we're wrong, we're the type of content creators that will listen to you and adjust our viewpoints based off of that. What you got to say?
No, I was going to say, we're going to drop our IG information because what Drew is saying is super important. If there's anything that might come across that you'd be like, man, what is this? We don't want you to unfollow us. We want you to tell us, hand us our tails. So we can go around the room and share our IG handles. And if you all, something you might not agree with or you want us to talk about, drop it in our inbox on IG. Mine's a Charming Charlie on IG.
And I'll update the description to include this. So even if you don't have the spelling, it will be updated post the episode.
Yeah, mine's is Mike MIC_Heal 1986. So Mike _Heal 1986,
and that's HEAL.
Yep, and like you said, if you don't agree, that's cool. But give us some topics to talk about. You know, give us some input. We'll gladly talk about them. But anyway, yeah, like and subscribe, follow us.
Sure. Hey, mine is Will J 1911 _. So Will J 1911 _. Yep. Shoot us the topic. Shoot us whatever, positive energy, negative. I don't care. Just shoot anything our way. We can grow from it no matter what.
Our good feedback is always good. But until next time, my good people, it's Saturday. It's Podcast Saturday. And this is the T.A.P. Signing out. We appreciate y'all. Peace.